All right, well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Animal Kingdom. Everyone's having an awesome day today so far. Hey, good morning, Patrick. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're just trying to decide where we're going to start today. The park did open about 45 minutes ago, and ride times are slowly starting to increase. So yeah, we've just been checking the wait times on the app and trying to figure out where we want to start today. Are the wait time's still about the same?
Still the same, yeah. So 15 for Expedition Everest and Kilimanjaro Safaris. 25 minutes for Navi River Journey and 125 minutes for Flight of Passage. Dinosaur is currently down.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully it opens up a little bit later today.
It may open up later today, yeah. Well, definitely, I don't think we're going to bother with trying to do Flight of Passage with it over 100 minutes already. I guess the question is, do we want to do Navi River or just go to the safari? I don't know. What are you in the mood for today?
I kind of feel like doing the safari.
The safari.
Navi's probably going to get.
It will get
busier,
but the earlier we could do the safari, I think the better chance we'll have of seeing some animals too before it gets too hot. Okay, so I think we're going to head toward Africa and get in line for Kilimanjaro Safari this morning.
But no way. I need to focus sweating. Come on. Go.
This is like brisk walk time, isn't it? So you got to walk quickly to.
It is, yeah.
To get there to save time.
Sprint.
Not a full-on sprint, but not a leisurely stroll to try to get over here and get in line before it gets worse this morning. I'm thinking I may have a little fog on the lens. Let me try to wipe the camera lens off real quick. Hang on, guys. I think maybe it's a little clearer. Hopefully. There are a lot of people heading this direction over toward Africa and the Kilimanjaro Safari ride. We had originally thought about trying to be here at 8 o'clock this morning, but we did have a pretty big day yesterday, and it was hot yesterday. It's probably going to be hot again today. Just wasn't really feeling the early morning, were we?
No, and we'll have an early wake up tomorrow morning for work, so
yeah, gotta get up
sleep in just a little bit.
Yeah, so we decided, well, we'll get here fairly early, but not at park open. The wait time posted is now gone up to like 20 maybe. Oh wow, they got some little flowers there in a Mickey head shape. Another 25 standby, so yeah, we definitely want to get on over here to the safari ride.
saying 25.
Yeah, saying 25 already, so.
3 minutes it took us to walk up here. See the line for the bakery already in here?
Yeah, the bakery had a big line already. People wanting to get something. Oh, no, I didn't.
Barbecue walking in.
You smell barbecue walking in?
And maybe that's just me wanting
Knowing
some
that
barbecue,
knowing that Flame Tree is here. And okay, and let's get Flame Tree smells amazing. It tastes pretty good. Oh wow, there's a tortoise out there and Fraser crane, or at least a crane. It's probably not Fraser that does the shows.
Did you see the
I did. I saw the tortoise.
And welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Yeah, but no. So Flame Tree smells amazing. The barbecue is okay, but the smell is really amazing.
Keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the available.
If you're down here in the Central Florida area and you're looking for some pretty good barbecue, so far our favorite place is Mission Barbecue.
Yeah, by far Mission is
So they have some locations throughout Central Florida. I don't know if they have one super close to the parks here.
I'm sure there's one in Orlando
Maybe, but it's in the surrounding areas around Orlando here that they have.
They are a national chain
stores
as well.
Yeah, they are a big chain, so they're all over the country in different places.
Best barbecue on Disney property, I think I have to give that to Polite Pig in Disney Springs.
Yeah, I would say Polite Pig in Disney Springs is the best on property barbecue. Wow, okay, the gimbal just decided to flip around. Sorry about that.
Doing 360 streaming.
I wasn't trying to do a 360 spin, but I was just trying to get the gimbal to recenter itself, and it flipped all the way around. Yeah, I guess one too many clicks on the trigger makes it flip around backwards. Now my power cord is all twisted. I gotta fix that here, but it's okay. Hey, at least today, unlike yesterday, our phone's connected to the Wi-Fi correctly. The server at home that we stream through is working good. So hopefully today will be a much better streaming day. Hey, good morning, Shelby. Glad you could join us today as well. I would say that this line will be up to 50 minutes pretty quick today.
Oh yeah. I think we definitely made the right call going here first, but I think everybody else also had that idea as well.
Yeah, because it went from, well, when we were first just going through the scanning our tickets, it was like 10 minutes. And then what did it go? 15 on the way over, and then by the time we got here it's 25. So a lot of people making their way into the park and heading over here to the safari ride today. There's some Disney irrigation sprinklers. I think that's one of the unloading docks or whatever they're called, platforms, right over there. Through the bushes, and there's a fence over there. it may, I don't know what's on the back of the fern up there. Well, it could just be another piece of leaf of something. I think it's just it's a leaf stuck to the back of the fern. It looked like it could be a butterfly for a minute there from a distance. It won't be more than that, I don't think. Yeah, there's the other side of where we saw the crane, so the tortoise would be up in here unless of course he was walking around, so I don't see him now. But he was moving around. I don't know. Well, he was walking around pretty good when we went by a minute ago, so he's out foraging for something in his little habitat, I'm sure.
Oh, I see him.
Is he way down there? Oh yeah, he's way down there. He's the little thing right over there.
And welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available
That's really
space.
cool.
It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minute. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring with Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild.
Space on the trip is limited, so be certain to book your adventure in advance. As the sun sets and the savannah grows dark, the Harambe Wildlife Reserve becomes a whole new world with many new things to see and even more new things to hear. A nighttime safari is very different.
Saw some people checking in for the Wild Africa trek when we were walking up here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the extra tours you can do, or is it?
It
can
is.
do?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Right, you see those little tiny spots where they can pull off and unload. It's not even a full dock. It's like a little concrete pad. You pull off there, and then you get some extra walking tour stuff, and they have a little cabana with some snacks for you as well on there.
Well, that would be fun to do.
We haven't done it.
No, we haven't done those, but it
It's not a cheap extra.
I'm sure it's not.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact pricing.
Well, I mean, with Disney, any extra excursion like that is more than likely going to be over $100 a person.
It's definitely over $100
that's.
a person, but I don't.
I think one of the only things that we've.
Too expensive to be like 40 and
Some things are, but most things that are going to be, like a bigger experience, like I would think riding around and in a truck here and getting off is probably going to be a little pricier.
the Sunset Safari. I think that
Yeah, the Sunset Safari does sound like it would be a lot of fun. Of course, one that used to not be too expensive is the behind the scenes tour over at Epcot at the Land Pavilion. We've done that one a couple of times, haven't we?
it's
I
very
think.
interesting.
Yeah. I think we've done that one twice. It's been a long time, but it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it.
I would also like to do the Keys to the Kingdom tour.
I would love to do the Keys to the Kingdom tour. We've looked about doing that a time or two, but it seems to be, it sells out unless you book way far out. And it is one that's not that cheap. You know, it's one of the more pricey ones, you know, like over $100 a person, I'm pretty sure. Or at least close to $100 a person.
$219 for the Wild Africa.
Oh, the Wild Africa is $219, so yeah, that's a...
You're not totally private, you are with some other people. But it's safari and walking tour here at Kilimanjaro Safaris. So you get your own private truck, much smaller than the buses that you go on for the Kilimanjaro Safaris. You stop, get out, walk around, they give you some extra behind-the-scenes information, and they have a little snack stop. So when you're out in the savannah, you see those big cabanas in the distance, they stop at one of those, and they have some snacks and drinks for you there.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But if you have a big family, that could be expensive, you know. But it does sound like a lot of fun.
It was a little cloudy when we got here, but it looks like now the sun is peeking through in some spots.
Yeah, it does seem like it's getting a little sunnier. It is supposed to rain this afternoon. Earlier this morning, the rain chances were supposed to start increasing around 1 o'clock here in the Disney World area. Hopefully we'll have a few hours this morning. It'll be nice and dry for us. I wouldn't mind a little overcast, as sunny and hot as it was yesterday, but definitely don't want it to rain on us while we're here.
Yeah, that time of year, getting afternoon rain.
Yeah, we have just recently started getting our afternoon showers.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through the lines. This will help keep your wait time to 1 minute. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with large buses, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for supporting Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild.
Can be rough and bumpy, and keep your arms, hands, legs, and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Most importantly, please keep your eyes on your children. Securely store any personal items. And if you are on a nice phone, don't forget to clean off the flash on your camera or phone.
Hey there, good morning, Monique. Good to see you on our stream today. Hope you're having a good Sunday today.
Stay here in Hanafi. Karibuni, welcome aboard. Jumbo everyone, we are almost ready to board you on our safari vehicles, and I wanted to make certain I told you about our loading procedures. Before you actually enter the loading area, please locate the nearest trash bin and discard any unfinished food or drinks. If someone in your party is traveling with a mobility device, please line up behind that person, allowing them to lead the group through the gate at the end of the ramp, immediately in front of you. As you approach the loading platform, please note that it is divided into 2 distinct zones. The area with handrails is the loading zone, or Zone 1. Zone 1 is where you will stand just before you board your vehicle. Zone 2 is immediately behind it. As you move up into Zone 2, please note the 4 circles at the feet in each row of the zone. Each row can comfortably seat 4 adults. Children may be seated next to or on the lap of their parents or accompanying adults. As the group ahead of you boards the safari truck, you may find the loading area. But do not attempt to board the vehicle with them. The truck for your safari will follow shortly. For your own safety, always remain seated during your safari, as the road can be rough and bumpy, and keep your arms, hands, legs, and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Most importantly, please keep your eyes on your children. Securely store any personal items, and if you are on a night safari, don't forget to turn off the flash on your camera or phone. Once again, have a wonderful safari. And as we say here in
Some breakfast this morning. Some kind of breakfast this morning. It's a shame they don't have more breakfasty type things. I mean, you know, it's mostly pastries. They do have some places that will have like pre-made sausage and egg biscuits or croissants or something, but they really don't have a lot of them. Unless you go to a sit-down restaurant, they really don't have much.
There is that stand right outside of getting on here. They have a lot of fruit.
Yeah, well, that's just fruit pastries. That's pretty much it. I think if they had a quick service place that kind of serves some breakfast things like you could get at some of the food courts here at the park, I think that would be really nice, because not everyone stays in a Disney hotel. Yeah, we did bring a granola bar with us, but you know that's not a tasty breakfast. Let's be honest. That's a I'm starving, I gotta have something kind of breakfast.
That's a pass out kind of breakfast.
It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling in a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area.
Well, our line was moving along there for a bit, but now we've kind of come to a standstill when we're on the last.
A lot of lightning this morning.
Yeah, there's a ton of lightning lanes.
Once again, please keep your feet together.
Maybe, but I mean, just right ahead of us is the merge point, so we're not far from the merge point. But there has been a lot of lightning lanes people go by on the right-hand side.
For your own safety, always remain seated during your safari, as the road can be rough and bumpy.
See the trucks moving through the trees there again, so that's a good sign. The trucks were stopped for a minute as well, but they're moving again, so here we go.
Keep your eyes on your children. Securely store any personal items. And if you are on a night safari, don't forget to turn off the flash on your camera or phone. Once again, have a wonderful safari. And as we say here in Harambe, Karibuni, welcome aboard. Everyone, we are almost ready to board you on our safari vehicles. I wanted to make certain I told you about our loading procedures. Before you actually enter the loading area, please locate the nearest trash
So close and yet so far away.
Unfinished food or drinks. If someone in your party is traveling with mobility device,
The loading zones are right over there.
through the gate at the end of the van immediately. As you approach the loading platform, please note that the area where the handles is below control also applied. Zone 1 is where you stand just before the board. Zone 2 is immediately behind it. As you move out into Zone 2, please note the 4 circles at the feet in each row of the zone. each row is comfortably 4 adults. Children may be seated next to or on the laps of their
We're just about to make it past the lightning lane merge point. They're letting a bunch more lightning lane through now.
But do not attempt to board the vehicle with them. The truck for your safari will follow shortly. For your own safety, always remain seated during your safari, as the road can be rough and bumpy, and keep your arms, hands, legs, and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Most importantly, please keep your eyes on your children. Securely store any personal items, and if you are on a night safari, don't forget to turn off the flash on your camera or phone. Once again, have a wonderful safari, and as we say here in Harambee, Karibuni, welcome aboard.
And then the rest of my parties, you're going to go down the ramp. The rest of my parties, you're going to go down the ramp. Keep going? Yeah, okay. You guys are all good to go. Either side will be open, left and right.
Alright, we have made it past the merge point.
Ciao, everyone. Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the
Down the ramps and wait to board our safari truck. Well, I don't think it's been anywhere close to 25 minutes to get this far, though. So.
I don't know, because I didn't get on a lot.
I don't think it has been.
motion sickness or other conditions necessarily aggravated by this distinction. Expected mothers should not lie. Also, both your safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children. Your transport must arrive Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safaris. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados, mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuiden sus niños. Gracias. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Thank you.
Before you begin your trip, you should know that in the
Alright, we are on row 7 of the safari today. And our truck just came barreling into the station.
In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together. Keep up with the park in front of you and fill all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling,
Got our spotting guide overhead.
We're not down with the. No, we don't want Manny? Yeah. What would you like to do? Would you like to do a roller coaster or a water?
On the right, watch your hands out, speed legs, doors are sliding shut. The Asante Sana working? Alright, Jumbo friends means Amanda will be your safari guide through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve today. Now, while we are out on the reserve, I ask that you please stay seated for me at all times, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs within the vehicle as well. Now, let's also just remember that these are the homes of these animals, and we are just visiting. So, please don't call out or make any noises at them. We'll keep our noise levels down just a little bit. We are going to be respectful of them in their space. Now, we are just hanging on out for a few moments, just waiting for the all clear to head in from the warning. This truck up ahead of us here is going to get reversed, so we'll pull it up, wait just a little bit longer for our own. So while we do, you can feel free to take a look up above your heads there. That is an animal spotting guide. Certainly going to help you identify some of those animals that we might see on out there today. Now, we might not see absolutely everything due to different sleeping and migration patterns, but we usually do have some pretty good luck. Our first stop out there today is going to be the Little Ituri Forest, and the animals there, they do rely heavily on their camouflage as their first form of defense. so we'll be keeping a pretty sharp eye out for them. They are shy, timid, reclusive animals, usually hiding behind trees and bushes, but we'll do our best regardless, of course. Alright, we should be getting that all cleared here, so we're going to start to head on in, see what's happening. Lots happening right off the bat here. So we'll pull on in and then we'll kind of get our bearings. We're going to start off to our left-hand side. We'll work our way to the right. So on the left-hand side, top of the hill back there, that's going to be a bongo. Bongos are known as the ghost of the forest because they're so rarely seen. Right next to us here on the left-hand side, and one coming up on the right. These are greater kudu, one of the taller antelope species out here on the reserve, standing about 55 inches tall at the shoulder. Now, deeper out to our right-hand side, they're top of the hill back there. Those are a couple of okapis. Okapis are actually relatives of the giraffe. They have practically these same skull structures. Also have prehensile tongues, just like those giraffes do. Just a fancy word for flexible, meaning that tongue's going to help them grab onto their food. No trouble whatsoever if it leaves right off branches. We'll keep swinging on around here just a bit. See what else we can come across. Starting to see a black rhino just up ahead of us here, so we'll make our way on up towards him.
There's a rhino.
He's going to be on our left-hand side in a second here. Now, black rhinos, they'll get up around 3,000 pounds, can hit top speeds of around 35 miles an hour when charging, so that's pretty intense given their size, but pretty solitary animals, so only ever going to want to hang out by himself. Let's come on around here. Not too much else happening over here. So we'll exit on out of the little Aviary forest here now. We'll start to enter on into the Safi River. Now, the Safi River is home to lots of aquatic mixed animals, of course. So we'll head on out, see what we can find today. Starting to see quite a few pink-backed pelicans. They're going to be the larger whitish-colored birds down on the islands, on the shoreline up ahead of us here. Pretty impressively large wingspans at about 7 to 9 feet, which, to put that into perspective for you, it is about the width of the canopy that's up above your heads there on the truck. Now, there is quite a bit more of the Safi River to come, so I'm going to keep pushing us on up here just a little bit, because we're going to take a peek to our left-hand side. You'll start to see some hippo activity. Now, hippos, they will typically spend a majority of their day underneath the water like that, just trying to keep themselves cool. They can actually hold their breath for about 8 minutes straight. That's why you got to keep such a good eye out for them, because once they're down there pretty deep and for a fair bit of time, of course. But eyes, ears, and nose all at the top of their head. That way they can pop on out of the water, have those few senses at the ready. Now, hippos, they actually don't swim. They choose to walk along the bottom surface of the river, just kind of propelling themselves forward. So if you can kind of see, your friend is actually all the way down to the bottom. Like at least a couple more of those hippos, maybe a few here by that furthest waterfall out to the left-hand side. That's where the rest of the group is hanging on out. The group of hippos is actually called a bloat. We're going to head across this bridge here now, though. Whilst we're on it, we're going to be looking out for some Nile crocodiles. Their jaws are actually so strong that it will crush the bones of their prey. In about 16 to 20 feet in length, that is about as long as a giraffe is tall. Just a few moments here, we're going to head on out towards the savannah. And the savannah is home to some of Africa's most popular species like giraffes, elephants, cheetahs, lions, So hopefully we'll get lucky enough to find some of those favorites on out there today, and maybe even come across some new favorites along the way. Now before we do head on down, though, we'll swing on around here just a bit, take just a quick peek at this weird looking tree that's on our right hand side. This is a baobab tree. They'll store gallons and gallons of water within those big trunks, but in order to conserve that water, they will actually remain leafless for around 9 months out of the year. Animals can then poke holes into the side, out comes the water, and suddenly they're a really great resource for those animals, especially during those months of drought. Now we are just kind of waiting for our friends in the next truck to get all the way down that hillside there, and then once they do, we'll start heading on down as well. And we'll see, it looks like some zebra activity going to be pretty close to us as soon as we get on down there. So going to be right next to us here. Looks like baby's already annoying mom this morning. So we'll come on around here. You're going to see some wildebeest just off to our right hand side, of course. Very migratory animals, very much so a herd-based mentality of when one goes, they all want to go, that's for sure. And then of course our zebra friends right next to us. These are specifically Hartman's mountain zebras, so going to have a little bit of a smaller hoof than most other zebras do. That's because they are native to those mountainous regions within Africa. Smaller hoof is going to allow them to traverse those rocky terrains much easier, but those younger ones are always getting themselves into trouble. We'll keep coming on up here, of course. Giraffes out to our right-hand side. Going to see the animal with the big old horns. Those are Ankoli cattle. And anything kind of across the way here, we should be able to swing around, get a little bit closer to. Of course, not a bad view from here, but we will get a little bit closer. Whole group of giraffes like that is actually called a tower. Pretty fitting. They do tower over absolutely everything at about 18 to 20 feet tall in their adulthood. Now, just off to our left-hand side, kind of right next to us here, laying on down, those are going to be some African painted dogs. They kind of blend in with the grass there. Now, they are known as the painted dogs because of those spectacular coats they've got. Each one of those coats is actually individual to each of them, just like our fingerprints are individual to each of us. Very impressively high success rates in hunting at about 90%. So some more of those cattle going to be to our left-hand side here. Now, they're also known as the Watusi cattle, after the people who domesticated them. And then a little bit deeper out to our left-hand side there, kind of back behind those bushes, you'll see some sable antelopes. They're actually the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. That's because of their strength. And, of course, one more of our giraffe friends here as well. I'm going to swing us on around a little bit, though, because, like I said, we'll get a bit closer towards some of those giraffes over here. It looks like our friend's right off the pathway on the right. Now, giraffes will actually spend about 20 hours out of their day eating. Certainly does not leave too much time for sleeping, so they do only sleep for about 30 minutes each and every day, and that is usually in about 5-minute power nap periods. They do have those prehensile tongues that are going to help them to grab onto that food, but the coloration of that tongue is a deep purple shade. That's because that tongue is out of their mouth so much, just helping to not get sunburnt. Now, as we do come on up here, we're certainly going to keep our eyes peeled because I did just see baby giraffe walk on out over here. So he's actually just up ahead of us behind those trees right now, but I think as we come on around the curve, should be able to see him. There he is. Zebras are still causing trouble. Gotta learn the lesson one way. Alright, baby giraffe coming on around here for us. Now, baby giraffes, they're born at about 6 feet tall, so still pretty large, that's for sure, but compared to everybody else, just itty-bitty. But that is all after about a 6-foot drop to the ground straight from mom, so quite a way to start life, that's for sure. But he's just vibing right now. on around these bushes here a bit, you'll be able to see them again in just a second. See, everybody's pretty slow moving at the moment, but giraffes, they can hit top speeds of around 30, 35 miles an hour. But out here on the reserve, if you do get lucky enough to see them running on around and playing, it's usually more of a cruising speed of about 10. Usually that top of 35, that's going to be reserved for any instances that they feel like they need to make a quick exit from, which out here on the reserve, usually much more around that 10 marker. Alright, we'll keep moving slowly but surely on through here, see if we can come across anything else over here. Seeing too much just yet. Now, out here on the reserve, these animals do have the right of way, of course, so when they want to cross on through, we slow down, stop them, do their thing. That's why we get a little bit backed up like this occasionally when events like that happen. For everybody who doesn't know, we are all actually driving these vehicles. We are not on a track right now. So it means that these animals really can go wherever they'd like to go. That means that sometimes where they'd like to be is standing there right in the middle of the pathway looking back at you. So certainly does slow things down just a bit, but worth it in the long run. We get some pretty cool views on it, that's for sure. Alright, elephant coming up on our right-hand side here in just a second. Back behind all this tall grass. Come on around here a bit. See our friend flapping his ears like that. That's actually just him cooling himself on down. By doing that, they expose the blood vessels that are on the back side of the ear, and that can cool them down by as much as about 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Also acts as a natural fan against their bodies, so almost like their personal AC system. Now, elephants, they are a very social species, but they are matriarchal societies, so females will stick together their entire lives along with their young. But males, once they reach around their teenage years, will tend to break on off from the rest of the herd, and they'll go live either by themselves, like that guy back there, or within loose all-male groups, so bachelor herds. Now, I'm hoping that as we continue on through the reserve, and a little bit deeper on into elephant territory, that we might have the opportunity to find even more of them. We'll certainly be able to look at as we go. As we come on through here, if you check out this red clay on either side of us, you're going to see some footprints and some tusk markings. Elephants, they will actually eat this clay, helps them get some minerals that they wouldn't otherwise get in their diets. And out to our left-hand side, starting to see some more of those elephants, which is fantastic news for us because they are very migratory animals. They really don't like to stick in one place for too long. So just because you find signs of them in one spot doesn't mean that you'll even find them relatively close to that spot. But luckily they haven't moved too far just yet, so we'll come on up here and kind of take a peek through the tree line, but as we come on around, we should get a lot clearer of a view. Now you'll notice all their backs look a little bit dirty, a little bit dusty. Elephants, they do like to fling dirt and mud up onto their backs. It acts as a natural sunblock for them. They're known to have some very sensitive skin, so definitely want to do everything that they can to protect it.
Little baby, I know it's hot.
On up here a bit, you'll see baby elephant just to our left-hand side there. She's hanging on out. About 1.5 years old at this point, but still super tiny, super cute. But since she's over here, definitely a telltale sign that these are some lovely ladies hanging out together. Looks like everybody's kind of grabbing some food at the moment. Elephants, they do actually eat around 300 to 350 pounds of vegetation a day. So certainly only just getting started for the day still. They will be grazing all day long. We're going to head on down towards the watering hole though. Very important resource for all animals, of course. Just allows them to cool on down, grab a drink. Sometimes it's used as a social gathering spot as well. So we'll see if anybody's hanging out. A little bit of a different angle on a couple of our elephant friends here to the left. And then we'll come on around towards some flamingos. Now these are specifically greater flamingos. So they are both the largest and the lightest pink of all flamingo species. But they will actually hatch gray. And then over their lifetimes, they're going to eat lots and lots of brine shrimp. That's high in something called beta-carotene. That's what's going to end up turning them that pink coloration that we all know and love. Will take a couple of years in order to do that though, so certainly not something that's going to happen overnight for them. Swing on around here towards some white rhinos. They're going to be on our left-hand side. Now, white rhinos, they can only see about 10 feet in front of themselves. But what they lack in eyesight, they definitely do make up for with some super sharp hearing. So our friends can't see us, can most certainly hear us though. So we always do our best just to not scare or startle our very large friends, as they do get up around 5,000 pounds. Now, white rhinos, they do get their name from the Afrikaans word vite, actually means wide in reference to their mouths. They have very square jaws, which is perfect for grazing. It allows them to get those mouths completely flush to the ground, pick up all that food and whatnot, absolutely no problem. A couple more of them out to our right-hand side here as well. White rhinos, they are pretty social as far as the rhino species goes, usually hanging on out in familial units, kind of like the one that's out here on the reserve. Alright, let's swing on around here a bit, starting to see some cheetah activity ahead of us. Gonna be on our left-hand side. Cheetahs, they will go 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds, but can only hold that speed for a few hundred yards. They do have those big, heavy tails. They act sort of like a boat runner would, so it's going to help them to change direction, keep their balance, all while running at those high rates of speed. And they do hunt during the daytime, so they have a black coloration underneath their eyes. Acts as a natural sun reflector for them, sort of the same way as black underneath their eyes. Alright, we're going to go here to Kobe. So we're going to go check out lion activity. You're going to look at the tallest Kobe rock, then the one just to the right of it. You'll see her hanging on out up there. Now, lions, they do like to rest and conserve their energy for about 16 to 20 hours out of their day. And then at nighttime, they'll have tons and tons of energy. It's going to be the females like her that going out to do all the hunting for the entire pride. The males will stay on back. They'll protect their territory and their cubs. Look around these. We'll see if we can come across somebody else up there. It looks like males hanging out to the Kobe rocks. Swing around to we'll pull it up just so you can see his face a little bit better. Looks like our friends are stopped up ahead though for something in the pathway, so we'll hang out here for just a second. Now those lions, they are nocturnal animals, so during the daytime they'll linking up occasionally just to kind of check out their surroundings, make sure nothing's happening around them that they don't want to be. But otherwise, as you can see, mostly going to be snoozing time. But we got her at a pretty good time where at least one of our friends is up and alert. And eventually, as we make our way on up here, there is actually a second female at the very top of the Kobe rocks. So you can still kind of see the one we saw from the other side, but just above her, I can see a second one kind of through the tree there. So that's what we'll be looking for as we pull on up. But I do appreciate your patience while I wait this one on out. Hopefully whatever is in the path will clear itself out here soon. So we'll be back on the move. But appreciate your patience for the time being.
105.
Are we doing the
Alright, we're going to be sitting here for just a few. Sounds like over the radio we are holding for an ostrich that is in the middle of the pathway. Which, fun fact about the ostrich, they do have an eyeball that is larger than the size of their brain. So not a thought behind those eyes, but we love them anyways. So occasionally they kind of just stand in the middle of the road and they don't even realize that's a problem. So we'll see how we go. Now luckily, if nothing else, we have a lion view to look at. Because we could be those people in the truck up ahead of us which have nothing to look at.
Oh my god, a lizard! A little
Now, while we sit, if you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, you're more than willing to call them on to me. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of sit here. I won't pointlessly yap at you. Won't disturb the lions too much here.
He's like, oh, he's up.
We're going to start pushing on up here. Sounds like that ostrich has cleared itself on out. So then you can notice that second female up there too. Respectfully, this whole time we're not going to start whistling at the animals. Themselves in using their snacks to feed, facing out. Alright, so let's around here. Just wings something while they run. It tops around 45 miles an hour. Same spot. It's most dominant ones of the group. We are making our way on up here towards the Warden's Post, which does mean that we are nearing the edge of the reserve. But before we head on out, go take a look at some Nigerian dwarf goats. These are domesticated animals, domesticated primarily as dairy goats, so they're good both nutritionally and economically for the community. But they are just one good example of how humans and animals can live together, help each other out, just as long as it's done right, of course. Now, we are going to be heading on out of here, though. Our time together is starting to come to a close. But I think it's important to remember all of the animals that we saw out there. Now, regardless of where you're from, we can all have an impact on the conservation of these animals. It's the simple things like reducing, reusing, and recycling that will end up making all of the difference in the long run. Now, if you guys do want to go see some more African animals out there today, though, certainly do suggest you go check out Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. It's a self-guided walking trail, so no wait time, anything like that. Just walk on down, see what you want to see. Lots of cool animals out, like gorillas, of course, zebras, okapis, like mole rats, meerkats, just to name a few. There's also an underwater hippo viewing area over there, and an aviary. So certainly some cool animals to go be seen. Now we are making our way on up here towards our unload areas, so just make sure you're checking one last time around your rows for me. You certainly would not want to leave anything behind, and we will do our best to get you guys up out of here and on to your next adventure in no time, of course.
When I asked you how you feel, meaning sit.
Alright, my friends, out here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye, that's far too sad and final. Instead, we say a phrase that is qua harini, does mean to go well, so if you guys go well and have a fantastic rest of your day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. On the right, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are sliding open. Watch your step as you exit.
We did see a lot of animals. That was a good safari ride today. Other than getting stuck for the ostrich there. You didn't see what? Oh, crocodiles? I saw one. It was there. I only saw one, but there was one that we were able to see on the side of the truck that I was on.
You got to see the painted dogs. Those are my favorite.
I do love the painted dogs. Those are really cool.
And the baby giraffe was super cute, especially when it got near that twig and kind of jumped a little.
Jumped a little bit.
Wasn't sure
what to do with the twig.
What to do with the twig at its feet.
Yeah. So what's the plan now? Where are we headed? Are you feeling peckish now? Or?
I am feeling peckish. I'm also going to pull up wait times. And
okay. See what wait times are looking. I would imagine wait times are pretty.
So Dinosaur's
pretty
open
big
now. It's got a 5-minute wait.
Okay.
Everest is at 20 minutes. Kali River is at 30. The Safari is now at 40. Navi is at 55, and Flight of Passage is down to 80 minutes.
Well, I figured Flight of Passage would go back down. That was just the initial surge of everyone going there when the park opened. But it'll still stay up there a ways. But
yeah, it'll probably hover around that 80 to 90.
80 to 100, somewhere in there, I would imagine. Yeah. Somewhere in that range. Yeah, a line of people there waiting to go out to
Rafiki's.
Yep, to the affection station over there, Rafiki's Planet Watch. Yeah. Go over and pet some goats and donkeys and pigs, I guess, aren't they?
Yeah.
They do have the
animation class.
Yeah, the animation classes over there. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, this is a new ice cream I haven't seen before.
Oh, the watermelon one. Wow, I haven't seen the watermelon one before. Crawley's Watermelon Fruity Ice Pop. That is a new one. at least that I've seen. I haven't noticed that before. But good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the stream today. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. It is a really nice morning here at Animal Kingdom. Yeah, they've placed little flower blooms out here of some sort in the shape of a Mickey head right here on the ground in Africa. That's pretty neat. Pretty good line here at the little coffee shop bakery. Anything on there sound like something you're interested in? Not particularly. The options for breakfasty stuff are a little limited, you know. Yeah, they are quite limited. You're mainly looking at a pastry for the most part. You know, there's a couple of things back there that are not, but everything is pre-made. So if you're someone like me who doesn't really like cheese, which I know is strange, then you're pretty much down to pastries.
And while the Mickey cinnamon roll is good, it's just not quite what I'm in the mood for.
Not what you're in the mood for? Right. And it's nowhere near as good as the cinnamon roll at Gaston's Tavern. There's just no comparison. They may have a couple of other different things over here at Tamu Tamu. We can look at their little list of what they have. We have a honey pistachio croissant and a chocolate twist.
Do you know where my mom is?
Hey Norm, thanks for joining us. Yeah, mornings are a great time to do the safari, you're right, because the crowds aren't so bad, the line's not so long, and most of all, there's a lot of animals out, and we did get to see quite a few today, which was pretty cool. There must be a private tour of some sort going on over there. A bunch of people around a cast member that's talking to them. See a little bit of the pathway that goes down next to the base of the tree on the backside over there. Could a second ago. Yeah, they still have the green wall up over there though, where they're doing the work to retheme the theater from Bug's Life to Zootopia. Really don't have any idea how long that's going to go on. Hopefully it won't take them too long. It does seem like Disney's doing a lot of shutdowns coming up very soon, where they're doing some changes around the park, so it'd be nice for them to have a few to start opening back up again. On this side is the Feathered Friends in Flight little theater there. Looks like there's going to be 5 showtimes today: 10:30, 11:30, 1:30, 2:30, and 3:30. Be the show times for the bird show today. Something personal? No. Just that.
Like the desert, so it's really pretty to look at, you know? I mean, if you think about it, Arizona's like right next to Colorado.
Are they for cheese?
Wow, they're on the alley. It's actually not this far.
Drink would be nice. And I mean, they may have some breakfast things here you could look. Yeah, a drink would be pretty good. Because it is pretty warm this morning already. Yeah.
Not as hot as yesterday.
Yeah, I do hear the monkeys. And I think they do have some breakfasty things here you can get. So they have breakfast bowls, breakfast sandwiches. And they may be customized a little bit. Fruit salad yogurt parfaits. And hash brown bites. Maybe, I don't know. Did you want something to do with breakfast bowl? Do you want anything? I don't know. Because I don't know if they would. I don't think if we would have this whole
Next, I'll go cash. How you doing? Good. Good. Can you do the breakfast bowl with cheese on it? Yes, bacon or sausage and no meat.
Maybe bacon.
Yes.
And no cheese.
Yes. Any drinks or anything else?
And then we need, you want just a regular breakfast? And then a regular breakfast bowl?
Bacon or sausage and no meat?
Sausage, please.
Yes.
Any orange juice?
Yes. Diet Coke? Yes.
Is that it?
That's it.
Bacon bowl, no cheese, sausage bowl, Diet Coke, orange juice. 1 second, please. Top of the receipt, if you did number. Yeah, 43. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Alright, so this is one place you can get stuff and customize it a little bit, which is good to know. And the breakfast bowls, which I don't think it says up there, but it does come, or you can get it with meat or not. So there's options. But since I wasn't getting cheese, I opted to get some bacon with it. Bacon is good. You got sausage on yours?
I did get sausage on mine. Get one of each, that way we can see which one we like better.
That's true.
The bacon is here for pretty much everything.
go around the corner here, grab some utensils, and find us a place to sit and enjoy our breakfast bowl. Grab some napkins as well. Alright, head back here to a table. Go head over here underneath this canopy. There's probably no one over here. A couple of passing ducks. Alright, so that's what the breakfast bowls look like. They look pretty good.
They do look really good. Flip that around. That's mine and that's yours.
In just a minute, I'm going to try to grab the tripod out here and hook up. While we have a quick bite, I'll give you guys a view of the park here. He has a lot to say. He doesn't always do that. He's got pepper and onion. There's not a lot, but there's pepper.
That has quite a bit of pepper and onion, I feel like. You want some? The sausage is crumbles, you don't have to get.
Right here.
I was thinking I'm kind of surprised about that.
Right here.
I'm afraid when you got sausage, it's going to be lean.
Try these or see if you like it.
Big portion too, like it's easily shareable.
Yeah. So you just talking about meat, I was hoping you would could not crumble.
Do a drink. I've got some loads in it. Don't buy a drink. Alright. Sonny. Tell them I'm here.
Hey, good morning, Colin. Thanks for joining us today. You don't want to don't need it because we're going to do it in a little while. Duck waddling around down there. Ducks are wandering around, see what they can find, see if anybody's dropped something.
The duck said if you'd like to drop a potato.
Fresh out, sorry.
Where are you?
Moved on. right there, those two are. Brown.
I don't think they're too picky.
Alright, are we ready to head back out?
Where's next?
One of the jungle treks really close. You want to go do that?
Let's do the jungle trek.
Let's go do the Maharaj jungle trek.
See if we can see baby dinosaur.
Yeah, he's not so much of a baby tiger anymore. He's gotten really big. But yeah, we'll gather up our stuff here and we'll head out toward the jungle trek. See if we can spot some tigers. Alright, well let's head out. That was a decent little breakfast bowl they had there at local food cafes outside of the Yak and Yeti restaurant. It's nice to find something that wasn't like a fully on pre-made breakfast sandwich or a pastry.
Yeah, that was a really good breakfast bowl, and it was a really good size too.
Yeah, it was a very good size. You could definitely share that with a couple of people. The Maharaja Jungle Trek. Yeah, did you see that, Drew?
I
the
did,
water,
yeah, the watermelon.
Yeah, ice creams they have here at Animal Kingdom. Those are cool. Hi, good morning.
They use little chocolate chips to make
The watermelon seeds.
Oh, is that what it is? Little chocolate chips to make the watermelon seeds? That sounds cool.
And is it actually watermelon flavored ice cream?
I don't know.
fruit on it, so I'm not sure if it's
Yeah.
frozen watermelon or if
Let's see if the big Komodo, he's over here today. There he is. There he is today.
On the rocks.
Chilling out on the rock.
Getting warm.
Trying to find as much sun as he can. It's not bad cloudy yet today, but the sun's still coming up over the tops of the trees, so he's just chilling out. Is it Mrs. Kipling? Was that it?
Mrs. Kipling.
Mrs. Kipling.
If anybody watched the Disney Channel show Jessie.
Yeah, the Disney Channel show Jessie, they had a Komodo dragon on there, Mrs. Kipling. That was another fun show back in the day. Over there's your favorite part, the bird place. See the netting?
Yeah.
You gotta watch where you walk through there,
I
don't you?
don't dilly-dally in there anymore. I book it through the...
You book it through the aviary. Oh, we can see a monkey up there of some sort.
Walking away now.
And yeah, he wants to go walk away and hide.
Yeah, he's a little camera shy.
Is there another one over here somewhere? Where's he at? Oh yeah, up there. Another one up there. Well, that's cool.
Calming down.
Yeah, it's like they're like, nope, no cameras, go away. And we'll have to skip the bat section because we completely lose our signal on the stream here when we go through the section with the bats. You pop into the bat section. We'll be, so the next part up on the top, you know, you walk up the steps, I'll be up there. I'll be up there. Hey, good morning, Purple Fire. Thanks for joining us today. Glad to have you on our stream. Are you the door opener at times? Okay. Yeah, it gets a little too glitchy there. Yeah, we might can, if I don't lose signal, we might can see a bat through here maybe. Yeah, there's some bats. Oh, cool. Those are huge bats. I didn't know you could see them through this side. That's pretty cool to know. Or we can check the bats out sometimes when we're coming through here. No tigers up here, but we usually don't see them up here too often. Most of the time they're way around the corner there when they're in this section. Of course, I mean, you'd think, well, it's hot, they'd be over here to maybe near the water to cool off, but then cats don't like water, so, you know. But there's plenty of water here if they wanted to play in it, that's for sure. Did you see the bats? We actually seen them on the side here.
They're all on this end.
There's some big bats in there.
Most are sleeping. One was giving himself a bath.
Mm.
A bat bath.
There's no one on the jungle trek hardly today. This is kind of odd too. I guess everyone's in line for the attractions right now. And I guess since the little tiger is now not... Ooh, I hear a tiger. You guys could hear that, but I could definitely hear the tiger.
You've got a lot of opinions today about absolutely nothing.
Well, you know, he has a right to. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No tiger in here to speak of, though. Head around the corner to the bridge or the Red Pavilion.
Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, I could definitely hear the tiger back there a minute ago. And there he went again. That's pretty cool. You do have one of the big cattle up here. Yeah, he's heading to the right. We'll go around here and see if we might can catch a glimpse of him. Sometimes they don't go too far around to the right. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, here's some very talkative birds too. Hello. Cattle are pretty cool. They're big. Are we continuing on? See if we can catch a glimpse of a tiger maybe. I thought it sounded like he might be on the right side of the bridge over here is where I'm thinking. Back in that habitat today, if he's in viewing area. Not sure if he's going to be where we can see him right now, but he definitely sounds like he was over in there somewhere. That's for sure. So maybe around at the little red pavilion we might be able to catch a peek of the tiger today. There's several people in the red pavilion. I'm not sure. We'll see if we can maybe get a chance to get a glimpse if there's a tiger. I know sometimes signal gets a little sketchy in there too, but everyone's in here, so this has got to be the only spot you can see the tiger today. I'm thinking that window over there is going to be the spot where you'll be able to get a glimpse of the tiger today. I'm going to ease up to the other window here in just a minute or two. I think he's over in the corner to the left. Yeah, it's okay right now. It's a signal looks a little yellow, but that should be okay as long as you don't go red. You should be okay. Or you can just barely see just a peek of him over here around the corner. Yeah, there he is. Just barely, you can see a dab of him. He's found a cool spot in the corner to chill out and relax. That's what he's done. Alright, and now we are in the bird aviary. Lots of birds. That one's got some twigs. He's going to build something. Somewhere. Yeah, I would recommend taking a peek on the ground. Of course, it looks like they've washed it up today, but usually, especially like right up there, there's always a bunch of birds, so be careful walking under big groups of birds. A lot of times you'll see several of them just on the ground walking. Up here's one of them. And usually around on the other side of the path when we curve around, sometimes there's a great big bird over there. There's one. Oh, it's like they're building a nest up there. That's cool.
Oh, look, there's two of them in the tree. There's two over here.
That's pretty cool. Hey, good morning, love pugs. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you with us today. Happy Sunday to you as well.
I'm okay. I don't have a... Oh, yeah. Oh, that bird has a big stick.
Yeah, this bird, I don't think he's going to be able to make a nest out of that stick. I think that stick is way too big. But he is, he
thinks he can make a nest
he's taken the stick. Whether he can do anything with it or not is another question.
He might be with it.
But he has walk softly and carry a big stick. So that's what the bird decided to do.
Yeah, a very large bird just decided he was going to take a stick and start walking out towards the people.
Are you talking about the pheasant?
The one with the blue feather on his wing.
Oh, the blue feather on his wing? Like this guy?
This one here? No, it's a dog. It's more. Oh. It's down, but it has one blue.
Are those the drakes, Jeff? I think they are.
Come on, Bubba.
Those might be the drakes you're thinking of.
I don't think he knows what he's wanting to do at the moment. Maybe there's just too many people watching and he wants to be left alone.
Oh, okay, that's
So we will leave him and his stick alone. Yeah, the one very loud big bird, yeah, he's not walking around here. Okay, that one flew right down at us. Yeah, but I don't see the one. He's usually in here. Oh, yeah, there goes a bird. It's a big fella. And there's some more up in the trees up there. A lot of them with sticks today. That one has a stick, it's flying up. A lot of them are trying to work on building nests, it seems. Hey, how you doing today, Ad? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good day today. No entrance to forest. Yep. Well, we didn't see too much on the jungle trek today. The safari was good this morning, though. So if any of you guys weren't here earlier today when we started the stream, we did start out by heading toward the Kilimanjaro Safari ride. So go back later on and check that out. It was a pretty good safari today.
We did see a lot of animals on the safari.
Yeah, we did. It was a really good safari.
But didn't get a very good view of them.
No, could just barely get a glimpse of like one leg and a head of a tiger back there.
There's already people on the...
Oh yeah, people on Kali River already. Of course, it is pretty warm already today, so if you're planning on getting wet, it's not a bad time to do it right now, that's for sure. We did hear the monkeys being very vocal. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're here or in the other one. Of course, we'll go around the other way here in just a minute. Oh, that's awesome. 145 days till your Disney trip for 14 days. That's a big trip. So
that's exciting.
That is exciting. I'm sure you're looking forward to that. 145 days is not that bad either. I mean, you know, it's a little ways off, but it's not like you got a whole year or anything, so I'm sure you're definitely looking forward to that.
So usually when we have a vacation coming up, I count the days down and I look up everything all the time about the stuff. Even if I already know it, I like to get online.
You'll do it again. Yeah, look it up again.
So we have a cruise planned in
in
month
August.
or so.
Yep.
And so I've been watching YouTube videos and looking up
Yeah.
information about the ship, and I've watched it so many times I already know it.
But you
that's
want to
just
watch
kind
it
of the
again,
fun
yeah.
part about having that upcoming trip is
Kind of just
reading
builds the
about-
excitement,
yes.
don't it? So yeah, we've been on the Disney cruises a couple of times before. It's been a long time though, to be honest, but it's always good to just check stuff out and refresh your memory and just get you excited. I know we got home last night and you watched a couple more YouTube videos about the Disney Magic. That's the ship we're going on this time.
So I do have my book.
So you want to see what he's doing today? If you got your book out. Hey, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How have you guys been?
Doing good.
Fantastic. Here we are earning our animal cult and our forestry badges. Those are on
Okay.
page 25 if you're looking for them.
Okay.
So we've recorded some animal calls out here in Asia. Do you guys think you can help me identify them?
We'll try.
Absolutely. Here we go. Here's our first one.
That's a frog.
That's a frog.
Frog, absolutely. You guys
Yeah,
got it.
that's a
It's a little
frog.
bit trickier.
Lion.
No, I would say tiger.
Tiger, that's right. Is our tiger.
Yeah.
This is the trickiest.
I couldn't give you which one. it's some kind of a
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
chimpanzees are
chimpanzee.
closely related. This is called our Simang, which is another type of ape like our chimpanzee.
Oh, cool.
Pretty cool. What makes these guys unique from other apes is they have a throat pouch, kind of like a frog. Yeah.
Oh, so is that why they're so loud over here?
Yes, you guys probably heard them as you were walking into
We
the park.
did,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. You can hear those guys from the parking lot. So like
Yeah.
when I parked today, I heard them calling this morning. It was
They're
crazy.
very loud.
It's insane. They can come from over 2 miles away.
Oh,
It's really
wow.
crazy. It's really useful when they're living in the
That's awesome.
rainforest because, as you can might imagine, when there's a ton of trees around and they're standing behind the trees, you can hear what they're saying, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really important for them to call super loud.
That is
Now,
awesome.
they get a lot from those rainforests as well, right? They get their food and their habitat from it, but
Uh-huh.
also a lot that we get from those rainforests and those trees. You guys have any examples of the stuff we get from them?
From the rainforest trees?
Or just trees,
Or just trees in general?
as well, yeah.
Oh.
Paper's the biggest one, right? Those books all are made out of paper.
Yeah.
So when we're done with trees, do unfortunately have to be cut down to get paper. So what do we do with the paper when we're done?
Recycle.
Recycle, absolutely. We recycle it. Less trees means more stuff we get from trees, right? We get our food. In particular, rainforest these guys are from, we get about 75% of our coffee from, as well as apple seeds, which is not something people really think about. We have a lot of our apples from the rainforest as well. So we get to keep those as well as our settings to keep their habitat. Super cool. Well, you guys have just earned 2 of our badges with our animal call and our forestry.
Sweet.
And once I give you that one, you can flip over to that next page and I will get you your forest badge.
Cool. This station we get
Fantastic
2
job.
badges.
I know, 2 for 1 deal. You can't beat it.
I know. That's awesome.
All right. You guys have any other questions for me?
I think we're good. Thanks a lot.
Have a good rest of your day.
Have a good day. So that was Jacob at that station, and we got to get 2 badges.
Super nice.
He was really nice. That was
Very
awesome.
interesting. A lot of that stuff I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. Especially, I know these monkeys are very vocal, but I didn't know they had the big
Like the
throat pouch that he was talking about, and like and that's why they're so loud and very vocal and very loud. He said that you could hear them like 2 miles away, and I could definitely believe that.
I believe that, yes, because they are very loud.
Yeah, but that was really cool.
In at the moment though, because I'm not seeing them.
Yeah, I don't see them right now, but we heard them earlier when we were having a little bite of breakfast. Oh, hey, Ed. Yeah, if you, when you're here on your trip, definitely keep an eye out. If we're doing some streams, we'd love to meet you as well.
And we do have, if you find us out in the park, we do have
Yeah.
a little...
Got a little gift we'd like to give you guys. If you find us in the park, just stop by, say hello. We'd love to meet you.
Look how pretty the yellow blooms on those trees.
Oh, the trees and the blooms, yeah. That is really awesome.
That's right here in
So we were walking, and this girl had her phone on this, and she was standing behind her, and she was taking a picture. And Grayson goes, watch out, you're walking in front of the picture. And I walked in front of her. Then Grayson walked through her. He didn't realize the camera was behind her. It was funny. He was aware of it, but he just had it back.
It is beginning to get quite warm now, though.
So we have to break out the hat in a moment.
Yep, I've already had my hat on since we got here today. One, because if I don't, my hair is an absolute wreck right now. I need a haircut so bad. 2 is to keep the sun off a bit. I don't know that the hat actually keeps me cooler, just to be honest. But it does keep the sun off your face a little bit, so that's good.
These new hats, I've seen them pop up in my news feed.
Uh-huh.
It's a hat and it has like 2 little solar panels on the top, so it has a brim all the way around it.
Uh-huh.
And then there's 2 fans, one on each side of the hat.
Yeah, I've seen some of those too.
We might need one of those.
We might have to check. You know, we said yesterday, because our son got me one of those neck fans you wear around your neck, and I said last night, when we get home, let's charge it up so we can bring it today. Did we remember to charge it or bring it today? Nope. So I've got to remember to get that out and get that thing charged up so we can give that a shot.
People say those do help a lot.
Well, I mean, we tried it when he first gave it to. It was like a Christmas gift he got for me this year, which is awesome. But it hasn't been that hot until the past few weeks. You know, it's been warm, but not like really warm like it is now. But we tried it, you know, when he gave it to me, and you could definitely feel the wind coming on it, you know, having it around your neck. So I think it could definitely be helpful. Looks like the standby wait time for Expedition Everest is 25 minutes, which is not too bad for a standby wait. We'll go up here and see if we can. Go up here and see if we can catch one of the coasters coming down the mountain here. Yep, we'll go over here and see if we can't get a view of one of them coming down out of the mountain here in a second.
You know, yeah, I won't be far away from what's going on now.
Head around the side here. Usually right after you see a coaster go up the hill, you'll see one come out here in just a few seconds. So that is a really fun ride. We tried streaming on it once a couple months or so ago and got about halfway through, and then our signal got really bad and we lost picture till we were done. So it's not super great for trying to stream on, but it is super fun to ride. Continue our trip on around here, heading toward the old Dino Land area. There's some of the wait times. Everest at 40 it says now. And well, that changed because a second ago it was only 25. Navi River's at 70. Flight of Passage at 65. Safari's at 45. It's kind of strange how that every now and then that'll happen. The Navi River will get just a little bit longer than Flight of Passage. Just because the Flight of Passage can handle more people with all of the different levels and everything that they have, and Navi River doesn't handle people as well. And Navi River is really cool, but I don't think I would wait 70 minutes for that one. That seems a bit on the long side. People queuing up for the Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond show. You get a view across the water here. I do wish they would come up with something else to do out here on the water again, some kind of a show. Because they do have this big seating area here. It's a shame that it's just sitting here empty and they don't have something that you can sit out here and watch. The old Rivers of Light show that they used to do here was really cool. I really enjoyed that. I know they don't really stay open late enough anymore to see stuff at nighttime here, which is a little, you know, kind of a shame too, especially with the Pandora area over there. Because it is really the best to experience at night, in my opinion. And it's very difficult to be able to be here when it's dark enough to see everything lit up. During the summer, it's just really not going to happen. So in the in the more of a winter time is when you'll be able to maybe have a chance at seeing that area lit up. When it starts getting dark here, like at 5:30, 5:20, and the park's open until at least 6 o'clock, you can sometimes get some good views there. And occasionally the park will be open till like 8. And if it does that during the times of the year, the winter-ish times, which is still not super cold here, but yeah, in wintertime, that could be some really good days to go and check out the Pandora area at night.
Got your party pants on?
No, I don't got my party pants on. I don't know that I have party pants. I've been wearing my shorts today, kind of like I do every day here because it's so hot, but my question for them is, are you making some good progress on behind that green wall? Because that's what we want, is good progress to be made fast.
Of course they can come.
Of course they can come. So Dinosaur is still supposed to be open through the end of this year at least. I think at some point next year it's going to close. Don't know if it's right at the first of the year or what. But it is supposed to be open for the rest of this year at least. It's even bigger on the inside. So that sounds like a Doctor Who reference there.
One of them said snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
And no, don't eat those. I think they're talking about vegetables.
I think that's
Don't eat those, the vegetables. Yeah, it's a raisin, Dave. Prove it. Alvin and the Chipmunks is a fun movie. We would watch tons of movies and use movie quotes on a daily basis pretty much, and just talking around with each other and having fun. Yeah, I think Donald should be over there shortly. A few people in line. It's like Goofy is already out over here. Sometime I need to wear my Lester's Possum Park shirt and go meet Goofy.
Yes, you do.
Because I do have a Lester's Possum Park shirt. Oh, Chip and Dale, yeah. One of those two. In their green dinosaur outfits. This is where I mistakenly called Dale Chip. I know, because his nose wasn't really red, and it had to be, I told him it had to be the dinosaur costume that was throwing the color off. So, I don't think he was happy with me, but you know, hey, I do my best.
Chip has a dark nose, like a chocolate chip.
Yes. And Dale's is supposed to be more like a reddish color, but in the dinosaur costume, his nose didn't look as reddish color. It looked...
You should have just told him I'm colorblind.
Well, I know, but then, like, Janet, who's on our streams a lot of time, told me several other ways that you can tell them apart. And I've completely forgotten what she told me about them. I'll have to look that up, but there's some other ways you can tell Chip and Dale apart as well. There's a dinosaur attraction. We did this one a few weeks back, I guess. We did it again. It is a lot of fun. It's you know, I've never done the Indiana Jones one that's out in California, and that's supposedly what this one's supposed to change to, is the same kind of Indiana Jones ride that they have out in Disneyland. So I mean, it'll be fun to see the new one, but it'll be a little sad to see Dinosaur go away, because it is a lot of fun. And I still say it looks like Aladar from the movie. But that's the iguanodon that you're going in search of when you're riding the dinosaur ride here. It has a 30-minute standby wait right now. Hey, Cronus Wing, good morning. Thanks for joining us today. I'm trying to turn around to get because some other people want to take pictures. Yeah, dinosaur could definitely be rough on a back problem, that's for sure. It's
Yes, it is
a very bumpy ride. It could be rough on a back problem, or maybe if you need your back popped, it could it could do that for you. But yeah, it's a little rough, but it is a lot of fun. Seems like maybe I was trying to think of the other ways you're supposed to be able to tell Chip and Dale. Maybe something about their teeth as well is different. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. I kind of wonder what's going to happen with the restaurant here. If they're going to just retheme it, or if they're going to tear it down and build something new. I mean, honestly, think they could retheme it to some extent, but I'm not really sure what their plans are.
Like their eyes are slightly different.
There's supposed to be easier ways to tell. There, oh, and see, there they come. Okay, so see now, Dale is on the left, but see, his nose is still kind of brown. But Chip on the right has a very dark chocolate chip nose.
Or a little bit more closed.
Yeah, his nose is. Oh, and that's it. See, Dale's teeth are apart, and Chip's teeth are together. There goes Chip and Dale heading out to do their meet and greet. So yeah, so Dale's teeth are spread apart, and Chip's his teeth is together in the center. He's got one or two together in the center. Yeah. So there's a few different ways to tell them apart. Yeah, there's another meet and greet spot up there that Chip and Dale go to, I think, way around the corner. I think Daisy goes right here, and then Chip and Dale.
Daisy is actually hanging out inside Restaurantosaurus with the dinosaur intern today, so you're welcome to see her inside the restaurant.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
No worries. Have a great day.
Thank you. All right, so Daisy's hanging out inside today.
We need to get a picture of Daisy, too.
Yeah, we do.
All right, let's get some popcorn.
We've done Donald and Goofy. We've been in one.
Yeah.
I don't think we've done Chip and Dale and Daisy.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Here at Animal Kingdom, I don't think we've done Daisy. Yeah, but maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure on Daisy. We may have.
It all starts to run together.
Right there.
What is that? What are you not seeing your cameras?
We're doing a live stream on YouTube.
Oh, hey!
Hey guys, where are you guys from? Chicago. Oh, cool. We just video. We don't shoot.
Oh, that's okay. Now we're being honest, man.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Have a
hey,
YouTube channel?
we do. Yeah. There you go. From here in the Florida area.
Am I going to be featured?
Well, would you like to be on camera?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey!
There you go.
No voice. All this stuff.
Oh no, it is. Yeah, it's full audio and everything. So
My name is Jenna.
Nikki, come here. Come here.
Nikki's like, no.
Zoom in on her. Zoom in on her.
Are you all having a good vacation?
Yeah. Where are y'all from?
Just here in the area.
Oh, I'm going to follow you guys.
Well, thank you.
Of course. I'll be seeing myself.
Not a lot. We're fairly new, so just hit 2,000.
Oh,
Well, you get like advertisements to pay for you guys? Is that how?
No, it's not really. Unless you're huge, you might get a few cents here and there. For us, it's just we're here all the time anyway, and we always liked watching videos. We used to live in Tennessee, and we liked watching stuff when we were not here.
Yeah.
And so we thought, hey, we'll throw some stuff out and let people see what's going on. So.
That's all right.
This is so cool. I love this. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you guys have a good trip. That's cool. Yeah, just you get to meet people. It is a lot of fun. Back to the chat here. So Ad was saying, and I'm gonna butcher this. Knobel and Babel. It's Chippendale in Dutch, I'm guessing.
Oh, that is cool.
So that is really, really cool. If that's their names in Dutch, that's awesome. Or now it says there nibble and chat translate Knobel and okay. I have to check that out. That's pretty cool if that's what that is in Dutch. That's pretty neat. Definitely do not know Dutch at all. But one thing about that area over there is really big into cyclocross. I don't know if
cycling in general.
And cycling in general, but especially for us, cyclocross. Because we, and my oldest son here, Drew's with us, he's still racing, but we used to race and we loved racing cyclocross, and there's some fantastic cyclocross racers over out of the Netherlands and the Dutch area and everything. So
current world champ Matthew van der Poel.
Yeah.
My personal favorite, Lars van der Haar.
Lars van der Haar, awesome guy. But yeah, we follow cycling a lot, and there's just some awesome people that come out of that area. Super fast. I mean, I don't know how they get so fast. Just to be honest, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's just
it's very impressive.
It's very impressive how they're able to ride as quickly as they do. Talented people for sure. Another view of the water here, back toward the theater.
Look at the big turtle.
Is there a big? Oh, there's a big turtle in the water. That's a big guy.
He's huge.
Yeah. Wow, he's cool. You'll see some in the water here, but that's the first time I've ever seen one that big here in the water at Animal Kingdom.
Kevin.
Yes, here comes Kevin. Kevin! I don't have any chocolate. If I did, I would have eaten it, Kevin. Sorry. Looks like Kevin's coming around to enjoy the music and to dance a little bit.
He likes to dance. Look at Kevin.
Yeah. Go, Kevin. Go, Kevin. It's not motorcycling, it's actually bicycles that we follow and do the cyclocross and road racing. It's the ones that you actually pedal and do. And like I said, there's some really awesome riders that come out of that area over there. It looks like Kevin is enjoying the music, but I think he's going back to have a break. Oh wow, and I can smell Flame Tree. Flame Tree Barbecue it's got to be the best smelling restaurant on Disney property. I'm honest. And that place smells so amazing. Smells so good.
If you just eat and you walk by and smell it, it makes you hungry.
It does.
I don't know what they put in that smell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's the actual barbecue, the real barbecue smell that you're smelling when you walk by there, or if it's something, you know, that they're just pumping out, but whatever it is, man, it smells so good. Yeah, so the Tour de France, we watch that as well. So that, you know, that kind of cycling is what we have been into for many years. Of course, I'm out of shape and nowhere near able to do anything myself anymore much, just piddle around. But yeah, we used to, amateur kind of stuff, used to do a lot of racing like that. Of course, my son's actually raced on the, you know, a little bit of the international scene and some pro stuff for cyclocross and mountain biking. But yeah, we love watching stuff like that. And like I said, there's a type of racing that's cyclocross racing where they take a bike that looks like a road bike, but it has knobby tires on it, and they race it, you know, on different surfaces, a lot of dirt and sand and stuff like that, lots of mud, because it usually happens during the winter time is when cyclocross racing is really in season. Yeah, Turtle's got him, he has his own tray full of yummy snacks of some sort. Looks like he's already thrown the lettuce off and he's going toward the pellet stuff that they have for him, whatever that is. It must be tastier than the lettuce. I mean, I'll agree with him. It's got to be tastier than lettuce. Oh, Black Mountain Tortoise. Well, he's definitely a big fella, that's for sure.
There's another tray over here.
Is there? Yeah, a mostly empty tray over there. So they must use those green trays to bring food out for some of the animals that live in these areas. And there's another green tray I see way back over there. That's pretty neat. More walls there where they're doing refurbishment work. So it is almost 11 o'clock. I guess we could maybe head over and check out the Gorilla Falls walking trail.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do that one yet today. We tried the Maharaj Jungle Trek and really not much out there except Mrs. Kipling. the Komodo dragon, and there's lots of birds, but didn't get to see much view of a tiger today. He was kind of hidden over in the corner, although we did hear him roaring a few times. Bird show starts in like a little over half an hour, I think. I think 11:30 is the first show, and it's
10:30 was the first.
Oh, was it 10:30?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's going on now. So the next one though would be 11:30. So we missed the 10:30. It should be ending any minute now.
Go out.
Ah, okay, yeah. So 11:30 would be the next one.
It is definitely crowded.
It's becoming crowded. It is. Of course, this park, I'm pretty sure they designed it intentionally to feel crowded, to make it feel like these different country areas that you're going through. Supposedly it's, you know, really crowded in marketplace areas of like Africa and everything, and they intentionally made it small so you could get the full experience as much as you can, you know, not being really in the real places. Oh wow, so 1653 over there where you're at. So that's, for us, that's like what, almost 5 o'clock p.m. our time it would translate to.
Yes.
In the evening. So yeah, you are several hours ahead of us because it is just now 10:54 here.
So we need to go to the front of the park and walk around the Tree of Life and see if the kangaroos are out today too.
Oh yeah, we can go up there in a bit. So maybe we'll check out Gorilla Falls and then we can look and see if the kangaroos are out today. But thanks everyone for joining us on the stream today. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. I don't know, I think it's getting to be about as warm now as it was yesterday at Magic Kingdom.
We have a lot more shade.
We do have more shade here, which is good and is great for the camera, because yesterday the camera got to a point where it said I cannot charge because it's too hot. But today there's a lot more shade, so that is better. We'll head up around the side here, a little quicker way to get up toward the Gorilla Falls walking trail. 6 hours ahead of us, okay. I don't see the musician out that, oh no, there he is. I heard, it sounded like him playing, but there he is. He is here a lot playing music, and he does an awesome job. It's really good if you can grab you something to eat and sit at some of the tables around here and just listen to him play and sing. It's pretty awesome. Very relaxing music. Okay, so the Gorilla Falls Trail is open until 6 p.m. today, which I think is park closing time today. If I'm not mistaken. The park is open today from 8 to 6 p.m. It's okay. A lot of people leaving this area because it is the Kilimanjaro Safaris as well. Alright, let's head over here to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. See what we can see out this way today. No, I don't see monkeys out. When it gets hot like this, though, they do kind of... Oh, no, I see them. They're way back here. No, way back here. See them back there? See their tails hanging down? They're in the shade. They're over there in the shade. There's 3 of them over, or I think I see 3 tails hanging down, and then there's another one sitting down, so there's like 4 of them over there, I believe. It's really hard to see them from here. There they are. Zoom in just a bit. That's where I think these are colobus monkeys, if I remember right. But they're all kind of hanging out here in the shady part.
So yeah, a lot of the time, depending on who's there.
And there's some of the other loading zones for the safari ride. I think that area is for people who are on scooters and things like that to park and get on the safari. Can't remember what we normally see over here. Is this? Oh, there's. Was that an okapi? I think. Here at the tree. Is that the okapi in that? That's what I thought. That's the okapi. It's a relative of the giraffe. Even though he has stripes on his back legs, more like a zebra stripes, he is related to the giraffe. You've got some stuff for him to snack on tied up to the tree, and he's enjoying that right now. While walking the trail, please, no banana eating. No bananas.
Because it is the grill.
Because it's a grill trail, so please no bananas. I guess really no anything, but no bananas.
They don't want you to step on a banana peel.
Or they don't want the gorillas to be angry that you have a banana and they don't?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know. And on this one, for the please no food, it must be hamburgers in this part. So, no bananas, no hamburgers. There's a lot of people around looking at all the insects and reptile things. They have some snakes and stuff in some of those enclosures there. So we're going to continue on.
And look up. Look up, honey.
There's another bird section here. People over there looking at, there's some birds up on in the trees up there. A lot of people are stopped and looking at. There's usually a lot of little bright yellow birds in this section that are pretty neat. But some of the things that I enjoy in this part, most of all, is they have some really neat ducks usually over here, some little small ducks. Different colors, which I don't see too many of them at the moment, but they also have some really, really cool looking fish in here as well. Yeah, there's one of the little gala birds. There's usually a bunch of those in here. There are quite a few over there on a tree branch. Maybe a little hard to see, but there's several over there. And then over here they have more of the fish in the water. A lot of bright blue fish, really cool looking. Tons of them. I think our next section is where sometimes you can see the hippos if they happen to be walking by. I don't think they are today, at this time anyway. Because the fish are just hanging around here being very still. And when the hippos are walking around in the back, you can barely see his head and sticking out of the water over there.
You see him underneath. Right back in there, see him?
Oh yeah, and you can kind of see him in the back there. I don't know if it shows up well on camera, but kind of sitting over there and his head sticking up above the water. But when they're active, they will come and just walk right by the front of the tank windows here, which is really cool. But the fish are just kind of chilling out, so I'm sure the hippos are not active. Or the fish would be swimming a bit more to get out of the way. No, he went underwater, so right there's one. There's a couple of them, I think, over there. You guys can kind of see him there in the water. He got him a big breath and went underwater. I don't think he's going to move around. I think he's just kind of chilling out. But the hippos are really cool, and it is really fun when they walk by the front of the windows for the enclosure there. It's really neat. And we'll continue heading on around here. This is where sometimes you could see the little meerkats. I think they're over to the right today. Looks like the lookout is standing up over there. And there's another one that's digging in the ground, but we do have one there being the lookout. Looks like he's heading around a different spot to be a lookout. I think he's getting ready to go way up high on that little mound there, so he can make sure he sees everywhere. He's like he's debating, does he want to try to climb all the way up? Yep. At least he's climbing up long enough to take a look around.
Daddy, I'm the king of the world.
There you go. Now, did you know there's
Gorillas must not be here down near the windows today, so maybe they're in a different section. Usually there's a bunch down here near the windows. But I'm not seeing any gorillas, and there's not a big group of people hanging around, so.
They might be inside right now. It's getting a little bit of an AC break currently. We do another group of gorillas around the corner. Yeah.
And maybe the bigger gorillas will be out a little farther around the trail here. We usually see like the silverbacks. The big guys, they kind of hang out in another area a little farther around the trail. Cast member said that the ones that are usually back there might be inside right now for a little bit of a break. So maybe there's something here. A lot of people on the bridge. Maybe there's something around here you can spot in a minute. Oh, there's some gorillas back there, kind of behind the bushes. It's a little hard to see here. Get around a little farther. Maybe we can catch a glimpse of one. One kind of just laying on his back, chilling out. There's a whole bunch of people there. We'll head on around the corner. It seems like there was one or two back there, but not a whole lot of gorillas out today either. Just kind of surprising. A lot of times you'll see the really big guys over around here, but like I said, I think there's just a couple around the corner there to the left.
Having much luck today?
No, today's not much luck on the walking trails. We had a good safari ride though. We did see a lot of animals on the safari ride this morning, but for as far as the walking trails go, not much luck on the walking trails today.
Nobody up here either.
Yeah. Well, like across the top of this hill and down is the windowed enclosure. So if you don't see them over there, there's usually not anyone on this side of the hill. But yeah, not a lot of luck for the walking trails today. Not a whole lot of animals out on those.
It's over here. That's the harambe, or the gorilla egg.
You didn't know we were what?
In the Japan Pavilion.
I know this sounds like the drums over the Japan Pavilion, doesn't it? Oh, the guys are over here performing as well. Can smell the coffee scent from Starbucks over here.
So I got a small amount of coffee and a milkshake. Can you start talking?
Definitely an iced coffee day.
Is it an iced coffee day?
Yeah.
I'm not really a coffee person, but I guess if you were going to get a coffee, an iced one would be the way to go today, because it is definitely hot. I would say they will sell way more iced coffees today
Coffees and frappuccinos.
than anything else, yes. Most definitely.
So Dinosaur is 40 minutes. That's the shortest wait. Kali River is also 40 minutes.
That is
45 minutes. Safaris is 45. River Journey is 45.
Wow. Busy day, and wait times are all long right at the moment. Nothing with a short wait at all. Oh wow, I didn't know. I'm going to watch her and I'm just going to see the tree just so she knows where we're at. I think the birds show up here in front of the tree, just ending. Yeah, it's just ending. Kind of a bunch of macaws that will fly in. There's still a couple hanging around. But during the quick little show here, it only lasts a couple of minutes. We have a bunch of macaws that will fly in and out. Most of them have headed on out now. There's a couple up here, up front still yet.
Thanks again so much for joining us, friends. We'll be back 2 more times this afternoon for our final 2 shows of the day, starting at 1:15 and 2:15. So definitely feel free to come back and check us out. No 2 shows are ever alike. But if you enjoyed our experience and want even more birds in your life, go check out the Feathered Friends in Flight show right over in Asia. Just follow the pathway that all the birds just flew down. They're going to be starting their next show this morning at 11:30. But enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye, everyone.
It is a neat little bird show that they do here at the Tree of Life a few times a day. Like I said, they announced they're going to do it a couple more times today. It's really short, but you do get to see a ton of different macaws come flying in. It's really cool to see. I think, you know, there's parts of Southern California where there's lots of macaws that are just wild flying around, but there in Florida, you really don't see macaws just flying around like that, so it is something very different and neat to see here at Animal Kingdom.
I think it's going in here.
We're all grouped up now.
We are.
All right. Yeah, the skies are starting to cloud up. There is chances of rain building today. We did. It just ended a second ago. I walked up here and it was ending. The last 2 or 3 birds were heading out, so. Get everybody in. There we go. Hey guys, that's going to do it for us today here at Animal Kingdom. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I can't talk. It's hot. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and be sure to join us for our next Florida Fun Quest.